I'm going to be showing you 3 different ways to use circle punches to decorate the background of your cards. Hi everyone, welcome to sunnydaystamping.com. I'm Julie Baca. We are making some super cute cards today, so I'm so glad that you are here. These are great for any kid in your life. These little images are just so precious. But I also have ideas for you for using your circle punches to create some cool backgrounds for your cards. So those ideas you're going to be able to use with any stamps, ink, and paper that you have. But if you want your cards to look like mine, I do use current Stampin' Up! Products, and they are linked in the blog post. You can purchase them right from there if you'd like, but you can also just use your stamps, ink, and paper. All right, let's get started. All of the card backgrounds we're making today, I'm going to be using the new 1 7/8 inch punch. And then you're going to grab 4 colors, kind of the same color, or goodness, you can mix and match this, but I kind of kept like my pink card, my blue card, my green card. We're going to make a green card, and you're going to punch 4 circles out of your different colors of paper. I'm going to have the list of all the color combos on my website, so that, because I want you to make these at home. Oh, this one I already heat embossed the sentiment for this card, so I guess I'll just go ahead and punch that out. That was like a sneak preview right there. Now you're going to take these circles, and you can either cut them with scissors, but I am going to use my paper trimmer. And you're just going to cut these in half. You do not have to cut them exactly in half. It actually looks pretty cool if they're like cut not exactly in half. You're going to want to keep one circle hole to make this design. Mine is going to have the sentiment on it, so we're just going to pretend that I didn't do that. And then finish cutting these up in half like this. I just find it really quick to use my paper trimmer. You know what? I changed my mind. I am going to use this one. So go ahead, when you make this card, go ahead and cut 4, one of each color and then an extra one. Now I'm going to punch out one in white. I'll show you what we're going to do with this later. This is just going to be kind of a placeholder while we build the rest of our card, because we're going to have, this is going to be our focal point. And I'm going to show you what we're going to put in there. It's super cute. And then this will be the sentiment, or you can leave this blank too. I have a card not using that as the sentiment. So don't glue those down, but keep them there to kind of guide where you're going to put the rest of your circles. Now, the rest of these, if I get my glue going, there it goes. The rest of these, we're going to just take that flat edge and put it right along the edge of the card. So just take your pieces. This is so fun to me. I love doing this part. Now, the other way to do this is to not cut these in half ahead of time, but to glue them all down whole and then flip the card over and trim off the excess. I'm just not very awesome with scissors, so when I can cut a straight line with my paper trimmer, I'm going to do that. I'm trying to be random, but look, I've got these in a I've got these kind of in a line. Oh, well. Now I'm going to show you how to put one in the corner. So I just put a little glue in the corner edge like that. And then I'm going to lay this on top, making sure that the point is, you know, touching the straight line there, and not I don't want to be able to see the point sticking out like I can right now. So I'm going to pull it over a little bit, squish it down so the glue is all stuck down. And then I'm going to trim just this little part here. And that just makes it look really cool, I think. Actually, maybe we'll do that in this corner too. That looked really cool. Okay, let's do this again. So that is the first way to use the circles to decorate your card. We're going to spice this up a little more, but you can see just the basic idea of how to do this and how you could mix and match colors, change out the base of the card. There are so many possibilities. Actually, you could even use patterned paper. It would look amazing. Now to finish out out our card, I'm going to be using the Silly Safari. It is like absolutely adorable, perfect for kids. And it comes as a bundle with this 1 7/8 inch punch because it perfectly punches out these little heads. But obviously, circle punches are like a must-have for any crafter. They are just so quick and easy for card making. Like if I have to get out a die and my machine, no, I am a punch girl all the way. I like to just punch it out. So what we're going to do is actually remove these. We're kind of going to remember where this is, but I'm going to move it out of the way because I don't want to stamp on it. And we're going to grab this leaf, these little dots, these little triangles, and we're going to spice this up. So I'm going to use the same color as my card base, the ink, the same color, which is basic beige. And then I think this looks so cool because you don't really expect a piece of foliage to be basic beige, but it works. So this is kind of where I'm going to have my focal point, and I want to stamp underneath it. I might not have made that go out far enough. I think it'll be okay. And then we're just going to stamp around and make sure that you stamp over your circles that you already have on your card. I just think that looks super cool. And then we're going to fill in, remember this thing is right here. So we're going to fill in some of these dead spaces with these little hash marks, I guess. And then let's put not too many of these triangles, but I do want to use them a little bit. Actually, I really don't like those triangles on there at all, but I feel like I need to keep going. So we're going to add one right there, and I better balance it out. So let's put it up, up, up here. Okay. I think I might have made this too busy. Okay, we may have to add some of this later on, but right now I'm going to show you how to color in these cutie patootie little things. I was not going to get this stamp set when I saw it. I thought it was so cute, but I'm like, there is no way I am coloring these animals. But I figured out just some quick and easy way to color these. They still look really cute. You can do a better job than me. You can definitely add more colors and stuff than I am, but I think the way I got it figured out works. So for our card, we're going to use this little rhino because, oh my goodness, he was my favorite. I wasn't expecting him to be my favorite, but he was. Now you may be wondering why I have it on this little strip of paper. What I'm going to do is be able to punch these out. So actually, when I was playing around, I just stamped all in a line so that I can punch, punch, punch. Now for the card we're making, we just need this one, but I got to show you these other animals. So I am going to go ahead and stamp all these out, and then I'm going to show you how I colored each of them in because that intimidated me. And man, if I can like make it less stressful for you, I am going to do that. While you're waiting for me to stamp all these, if you like my videos, if you could give me a thumbs up, man, it helps me out so much and kind of pushes my videos out to other people, and I really appreciate it. Okay, this giraffe, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I said that was my favorite. This is my favorite for the front of the card. This one is so cute inside the card. Actually, should we do that right now? No, I'm getting distracted. You know what? I won't color this one in. We'll put this on the inside of our card I'm going to show you. I really like to design cards that don't need a ton of supplies. So I was able to figure out how to color all of these animals with these markers. So these are Stampin Blends markers. They come in a pack of 2, one light, one dark. We actually aren't using the dark pink, so I'm putting it over here. And these come in a pack. This is the ivory and the bronze. So let's just focus on this rhino. We're going to use the smoky slate. And what I thought was the easiest thing to do was just to color him all in with light. Don't color his tusks in. Although I Googled pictures of rhinoceroses? I don't know. Because I'm like, what color are their tusks? And they are actually the color of their body. But I am going to color them something different because I just want 3 colors in my animal. I think it looks better. So now I'm going to take my dark smoky slate and just where the artist has lines, I am going to just kind of highlight those a little bit. I'm going to put some around the tusk here, in the back of the ear, and a little bit on this ear. Is that enough? I don't know. I don't know. I never know. There, that's just enough to give him a little highlighting. And then if you want to make it softer, you can go back in with your light smoky slate, but I don't normally do that. And then you do have to like wait for it to develop a little bit. I am going to hit that little part that I missed right there. Okay, now what we're going to do is add the ivory to the tusk. And then add just a little pink in the ear. Done. So quick, right? All right, let's move on to this cheetah. For the cheetah, I just colored him all in ivory. Leave his chest white. That was a little plain, so I added just this bronze, put it on the top of the ears, on the top of his head, down his nose, and then just a little right here. And that's all it needs just to kind of bring him to life. He's so cute. All right, monkey, same thing. I'm gonna add the bronze to the face, but I'm not gonna be very careful about it. I'm just gonna go all over here. Don't get those eyeballs, keep those pure white. Hit the ears, color his little tongue pink, then hit the rest of it with this bronze. So cute. All right, zebra. Zebra, I did not know what to do with this zebra, I tell you what. So I just added a little bit of light gray. I mean, I feel like it doesn't even need to be colored at all. He's so cute. But I just added just a little bit of shadow there. And then a little pink in his ear. Done. Let me just show you how cute these are punched out. We need this one for our card anyway. So you see how this punch works perfectly. Punch it out, put it on the front of your card. So cute. Oh, I wanted to tell you. So after you punch it out, if your coloring didn't extend all the way to the edge, you can just go back and just doot, 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 and it'll be done. That'll dry and not have a line there. Then Mr. Zebra. So you can orient it so it's at the base instead of being in the middle to where you feel like he doesn't have the rest of his body. I kind of pulled this down and punched. That way you can kind of imagine that he actually does have the rest of his body there. Well, I'll punch this out just so you can see that he is super cute, but we're gonna color him for the inside of our card. And then Cheetah Man, I guess this is Cheetah. And then this so cute little monkey. Oh, I do want to show you in here, there are two rounded sentiments here. So let me show you how those just fit perfectly right above the head of your animal. Ah! Okay, this is the inside of our card, and I'm going to stamp this. Oh my goodness, I got a wee bit of ink on there. I'm going to have to be really careful I don't mess that up. I love the long neck on this giraffe, so we're going to have it be stamped off the paper here onto our scratch paper because I don't want, I want his neck to go all the way down. All right, to color this guy, I colored him all in with the bronze again. And then I switched up, took the bullet tip to just get that part of his lip there. Give this one a pink little tongue. And then take your bronze. I use the bullet tip to just get the top of these. What are these called? Antenna? That can't be right. And then go down his mane with the bronze and then hit all of those little spots. And then this one is done. Then I like to put in just a little brown in his ear right there. Isn't that so adorable? So like I said, you can probably color these way better if you have more colors and whatever. I just wanted to keep the supplies down for you, and I think those look pretty darn cute. Okay, let's just go ahead and finish the inside of our card here before I show you the other two card types for the circles. So now we're going to use that same leaf again. So you want to wipe it off because remember we have the basic beige on there. And then grab your garden green. And what we're going to do, you know, giraffes are tall, right? So we just want to add just the tips of this So it looks like he's like up above the trees, just a little bit. I feel like that just kind of makes him look a little taller that way. Oh wait, we got to use those little triangles. They'll look awesome here. So wipe that off and then just put them right along the bottom of these words. Check out how these triangles line up in just a nice straight line like that. Is so cool. Whoa! Well, mine's a little slanty, but if I would have been paying more attention, that would have been straight. All right, we'll glue this inside and then we'll finish up the front of this card. Oh my gosh, is that not just like so adorable? I think any kid would just absolutely love this. Okay, so now we're gonna take our little rhino and put him there. Is that adorable? I really don't like these on here. When you make this, don't use the triangle on the front. I think it's just too bold. All right, so we're gonna glue this one down. Now this looks cute, but I just felt like it needed a little something underneath him. So I also have the 2 3/8 inch punch. If you have any other larger circle, you can put it under there or just leave it like this because it's super cute. But I just wanted to add that. So I'm gonna put some glue on him like this. And then we're gonna pop this up with Stampin' Dimensionals. I've got fingernails right now. I could probably do this without this take your pick tool, but I usually don't have fingernails, so I'm kind of used to using that. And then just pop that right there. Ah, so adorable. Okay, for our second card, I already stamped, colored, and stamped those little triangles for this piece. And you're gonna glue it right in the center of your card. Now, all the measurements for this card and the next one I have to show you are gonna be at sunnydaystamping.com, my blog. I've got a blog post that goes along with this. This project sheet I emailed out this morning. If you're not on my email list yet, you can join this week, and this will be the freebie in the welcome email for that first week. After that, it goes to my tutorial store, but I send out a new project sheet every week. I also keep you updated on sales from Stampin' Up! And card making tips and things like that. Okay, so glue that first, because then we're gonna use that for the edge of our all of our circles. So this was the same thing, 4 different colors of circles cut in half. And these I tried to cut like actually in half. And then you're just going to line them up. I'm gonna do this first before gluing so I don't make a mistake. And honestly, I'm doing these in order, but actually I think it would look really cool random. I might change it. So what you want to do is make sure that these are not going to extend past your card. You want them all to fit in there. Oh yeah, that looks cool. So when you've got your circle halves where you want them, you're going to start with the one that is first in line, and then you're just going to line them up with the edge of your paper here. So they're gonna be perfectly straight. You don't even have to work at it at all. I'm just gonna do this really quick. Make sure when you put this last one on that it doesn't extend past your card there. Now I already heat embossed a little greeting out of that stamp set. We're gonna pop it up with dimensionals. Now this design, as well as all the other designs, does not have to be used with this stamp set. Like, you can use it with any of your circle punches, any sizes. And what's really cool, if you have lots of sizes of circle punches or dies, you can use this design with that. It looks really cool to have different sizes of circles. All right, then to finish this card off, we're just gonna add a little, let me get the backs of those Stampin' Dimensionals off, a little glue dot. And the way I like to do that is to roll it up and then stick it where I want it to go, and then add the knot, just squish that right down in there. Then we just straighten that bow out. Oh, he's adorable. All right, and then let me show you the inside of this card. Now for the last design, same as the others, you're gonna punch out one of each color, put your focal point there in the middle. And just to spice up the background, I just did basic beige leaves, and I did that first before layering on the rest. So this one has kind of pinky purpley. And then here's for a baby boy. Oh, it was so cute. Just different shades of blue. And here's the inside of that card. And then here's another variation of this card in pinks. But I also wanted to show you how I overlapped some of the circles. You can see, so you can have them more in a line or have them more randomly and overlapped. And there's the inside of that card. So I hope this gives you just some fun ideas for how to use your punches to create cool backgrounds for your cards, no matter what stamp set that you're using. Thanks so much for watching today. I'll see you next Friday for another card making video. Have a sunny day.